It's summer camp week 6. I think that's right, week 6. We've not been quite so busy this week, have we? It's been my birthday week and I got some beautiful flowers gifted to me. Some from my husband, from a local supplier who grows her own flowers, and some sent to me by my grandfather and his wife. So I have been busy, would I say drawing? I'd say sketching and doing watercolours of those. I've also had my dad here, didn't we? My dad who's got Parkinson's, so he came for the day to have a bit of time out, sit in my living room while I was doing my watercolours. And what are you looking at? And I did lots of watercolours on that day. And I'm thinking that if he comes regularly, whenever I do some watercolours for that day, I could call it a series, maybe the Parkinson Diaries, and then sell some of those watercolours. I've also been doing some local scenes, and I'll show you all the things I've been doing. Let's get straight into it. Here are the beautiful flowers from Charlotte at Lots and Lots. I'll link her Instagram below. Two beautiful lots of flowers. I wish I'd got them when they're actually in their prime, because being such fresh flowers, they're gone a little bit wilted now, but these are the ones from my grandfather. And then I got stuck straight into painting them. So here I am sitting at the dining table, not in my studio. Let's move the water bottle out of the way. And using my left hand, I am sketching what I can see. I like to use my left hand because it keeps me nice and loose, and I'm not too bad at drawing with my left hand. It's one of my favourite things to do. I'm using a watercolour pen here. This was the setup as well. I had some roses. I was doing a larger one that I went back and put watercolour on. I was also given sweet peas for my birthday. This is my setup with my watercolours out and my flowers. I've got something to watch on my iPad, and I've also got my tea and a bottle of water. This is a sketchbook I put together myself from a piece of A3 paper and bound it, showing all the quick sketches I did with my left hand of my birthday flowers. I did some watercolour onto this one and onto this one. I really like these. It's a good way to practice. Here's some more I did on watercolour paper. And these are the ones that I consider finished. After I've done sketching, then I can focus on some final products once I've warmed up. Trying to get a good look at this because the light is changing. Here we go, that's not too bad a look. And this piece was the whole jar, which I've tried to capture in pencil and watercolour. Again, I'm just trying to show it to you in the right light because it's so bright and it's getting a bit of shadow. Right, okay, there, I think that's okay. And these are from Charlotte at Lots and Lots. Then I wanted to show you a little bit about where I live. I live by the Thames estuary, and this is the view when I go for a walk. About 10 to 15 minutes away from where I live. And this is what's been inspiring me to do some local paintings. This is the old town with pubs, the cobbled street. Once you've walked all the way through here, you get out into the countryside and the marshes and the Thames in the distance. So I've been doing some based on the sailing boats, which I'm really pleased with. Trying to really up the colour and make them really bright. I've been trying to include the pier and the sight over to, the view over to Kent. These are some other ones I've been working on. That one's not finished. This one, I'm getting there on it. And you can also see the church in the town as well. I'll just finish off by showing an overlay of my sketchbook for every day that I've been showing each week of summer camp. Right, I'd finished last week, so I've got these pages to add in. That's last week over there. This week, I went to Waitrose, very quick sketch. Remember, this is just my fun sketching. It doesn't have to be perfect. Try to show lots of the produce. The next day was me painting and concentrating on local paintings. Kent there, the pier. Then Sunday, I went down for a lovely walk in the local area, stopped and had an ice cream, captured that. And also, can you believe that this ice cream was £5? Just for one, £5. See the boats there. Then on the Monday at my art club, it was the final one until the end of summer at September. So we had some canapes and some drinks. Those are the canapes that I did. This is my birthday, and there's the lovely flowers in full bloom. On the next day, I went to the park to watch cricket. My son played cricket, and the view of the sea is not that good from the park, but you can see it. It's one of the only 2 cricket grounds in Essex you can see the sea from. And this is the final day when I had my dad round. He was sitting in that chair. You can see my curtains, the view out to my garden, and me painting. That's it for this week. Next week, week 7, I'm hoping to share a lot of work that I'm going to produce from a course I've bought by an artist called Rosa Roberts. And perhaps you might think about subscribing or sharing this. See you next week.